For some reason, I keep thinking he went to Butler. I don't know why.
That's
He
weird.
he
That's
just
pretty
seems like
weird,
a
actually.
Butler kind of guy.
He seems like a Gonzaga kind of guy too, though.
That's true. All right, so we're gonna move on to the hometown roundup. We want to get you guys out of here before this Duke game, so we can all enjoy it.
Kentucky game, my friend.
Huh?
Kentucky.
I'm messing up already. I'm telling you, like this March Madness, it takes a toll on you
Yeah,
mentally.
I was so stressed out in school. Like you understand that when that at 12:15 that 12 o'clock 12:15 deadline, you don't understand what I did. I made weird changes. I was like doing crazy stuff, and I probably regret some of it now. But that's just the life of the tournament.
When my grades dip, like in the middle of March, I just accept it.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
All right, so hockey. We are actually approaching the beginning of the NHL season, aka the playoffs. So, the resident New Jersey Devils. I went
Not
to
too hot. They won't. They won't be in the beginning of the year.
see.
Won't be in the
They won't be.
beginning of the
They
NHL
will
season.
not start the season this year. I gotta tell you, I as a Pittsburgh fan in New Jersey, it's very tough. Okay, every time I've been to a Penguins Devils game, the Penguins have lost, and it's just terrible for me. I went to one on St. Patrick's Day. It just crushed me inside. But Devils 31, 31, and 12. They're 13th in the East. They're not going to make the playoffs. They've lost three straight. They're at Carolina for the Hurricanes tonight, versus the Senators tomorrow, at Columbus on Tuesday, and versus the Canadiens on Friday. None of those games matter as this preseason wraps up. Now the Rangers, they are going in to the regular season first in the Eastern Conference. They are 47, 20, and 7 in the preseason. And they will face the Washington Capitals tomorrow. They are in Winnipeg for the Jets on Tuesday and in Minnesota for the Wild on Thursday. The Islanders, on the other hand, are fifth in the East, right behind my Pittsburgh Penguins, 44, 27, and 5. They've lost three straight, but they play the Wings tonight and in Columbus on Thursday. Now on to Snowball for basketball.
All right, so we'll start with the Brooklyn Nets, who are not looking too bad right now. 31-40. They're only half a game back from eighth place, which is, I mean, the Eastern race right now for eighth. The race for eighth right now in the Eastern Conference, I should say, is looking awesome. I'm liking it. It's kind of fun to watch. Miami, Boston, Brooklyn, Indiana, Charlotte, all fine for it. It's pretty cool to watch. I liking it. Anyway, so the Nets actually they beat the Cavs last night, so that's a good morale booster. They beat them 106-98. They play the Lakers tonight, Sunday, which they should win, and they're at home for this game. But the Nets haven't been so hot at home either. And then they play the Pacers. Then they play the Pacers, which is that's gonna be a big game. And then play the Pacers, and they play the Knicks on Wednesday, and then Toronto on Friday. So they got some big games coming up. A city rival, Pacers. We're fighting with them in the Eastern Conference race for the playoffs. And then they also have Toronto, who's another division rival. And then we'll go with the Knicks, who no one really cares about anymore, but we got to talk about them on the show. But anyway, the Knicks are 14-59, worst record in the East. They are so bad that the Sixers were favored to win a game against them. So it shows
The
how bad. They
Sixers
lost to
were
the Celtics
favored?
on Friday,
Hold up.
96-90.
Back up there. The Sixers were favored
Yeah, you didn't see this? So
in a
the
game?
Sixers, this whole season, have never been favored to win a game. Then when they played the Knicks, it was the first time they were favored this year.
That's shocking.
So I'm looking at the Knicks schedule right here. I see a lot of L's. I'm looking at that time where the Knicks did not win from December 12th all the way to January 19th. Funny times. Anyway, the Knicks have been having a lot of L's recently anyway. They are on a 1, 2, 3, 4. They're on a 6-game win streak. They played some tough teams, but they also lost to the T-Wolves in OT and the Sixers, so yikes. They played Toronto, Memphis, Clippers, and Boston these last 4 games, so that's tough. And then they play Chicago, they play Brooklyn, they play the Wizards on Friday, and they play Sixers again. So expecting a couple more L's there. Luckily, their season's almost over, which is good for them. And I think the Knicks fans are looking forward to 2014. So
You mean 2016?
2016. Why am I saying 2014? Wow.
It's
2016.
that March Madness, I'm telling you.
They're watching Duke games saying, hey, we can get Julio. We're looking at Julio. They're looking at Carl Towns. They're looking at Emmanuel Mundai, the Congo dude who plays in China. They're looking at all these guys. So I think they're looking more into the draft and the lottery than the rest of the season. What if the Knicks actually? This would be funny. What if the Knicks got the 14th pick in the draft this year?
That'd be hilarious.
That'd
But
be
the thing
so
is,
funny.
the Knicks need help everywhere. Like, people act like
They're not obviously small forward, power forward, whatever they're going to put Melo at. They're not really concerned. But it'd be nice to have a center or a good power forward. Carl Towns reminds me of Anthony Davis in a way.
Okay, so let's say you get let's say you get Towns. Your point guard is still Alexei Shved.
Calderon.
The dude who chucks it up
There's not
over
even-
the
I don't know
backboard.
what Shred's contract situation or Calderon's deal is with the contract. But I mean, we're really not going to see a lot of these guys next year. They're going to go for big free agents. Maybe they give Pau Gasol and they draft Mundai as number 1 overall. That's a good possibility. I could see that happening. There's rumors that Tobias Harris, the forward on the Orlando Magic, wants to go to the Knicks because he's a free agent next year. So there's like a lot of interesting things going on that we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, it's gonna be really interesting for the Knicks what they do. Maybe they go all in on something. Maybe they make some crazy trade with all the draft picks they really don't have, thanks to giving them all the way to Denver a few years ago. Maybe they do something like that. But I mean, the Knicks, it's truly amazing where they are. I mean, we looked at them at the beginning of the year. We thought, I thought they would be like a 7 seed or an 8 seed, like a good, like solid team. Below 500, yes, but like a decent team that could make the playoffs. And it really is just falling down the dumps. I mean, think of all the guys that started this year at the beginning of the year and where they are now. Amar's not there, J.R. Smith's not there, Shumpert's not there, Dallenberg. There's other guys I'm not thinking of right now.
Well, let's put it this way: in your list of key players, you named Samuel Dallenberg and Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah.
That's how bad they are.
I mean, Amari wasn't too bad. He wasn't. I mean, he was like, he's not worth his money.
Ever since he punched that fire extinguisher, it's been all downhill.
Yeah, exactly. It's been comical. I mean, I've watched some of their games and I laugh. I actually laugh sometimes. They were so bad. I mean, I consider this team almost worse than that 09, 010 Nets. Yeah, 09, 010 Nets. 09, 10 Nets. When they had 12 wins. I know the Knicks have had more wins, but this team, I mean, these guys, some of these guys should not be. Cole Aldridge should not be playing in the NBA.
Cole Aldridge is one of the best pick setters in the league.
The fact that he is starting is baffling. He should not be playing in the NBA.
He is one of the best pick setters in the league next to Tiago Splitter.
He is so bad.
All right, enough of this Knicks talk. It's getting me sick. Let's move on to the Homer Statement of the week. Now, baseball is starting next week, the regular season. That's the actual regular season, not the playoffs. So we're going to do our full MLB preview next week. Hopefully we'll have CB because he's the resident guru there. Snowball, I'm going to let you talk about your Mets, though, because there's nothing really
by the way,
Pittsburgh.
the Mets have killed the Yankees in spring training. If you've watched a little bit, like I have, they've been hitting home runs left and right off them. They played the Nats tonight. I think they won. They won 10-2. I think they've been killing it in spring training, which is awesome. Obviously, it doesn't count for anything, but that's okay.
It's confidence.
I mean, the only issues is Big Black and Murphy have been hurt. Likely, both of them will not be playing on opening day. But that's all right. They come back early in the season, I'll be okay with that. They got like 7 games left, I think, before they leave. But they killed the Yankees both times they played them. 6-0 the first time and 7-2 the second time. So it's been pretty exciting as a Mets fan. I'm ready for the season to start. I don't know about you, but I'm ready.
I'm ready for my Pirates to win a World Series.
I don't know about that.
Kutch cut his dreads
I saw that.
this past week. I almost cried.
It's a little scary.
Honestly, these girls in my school were freaking out about this One Direction guy. And then my phone, I was in class and my phone just lights up and it says Andrew McCutcheon cuts his dreads and I just broke down. It was, honestly, he doesn't look bad without the dreads, but it's like a part of me has just been torn out.
Wow, he looks weird.
You just saw it now?
Yeah. Like, I've seen him with the hat on.
But you know what? It makes him a little bit faster. Now he's faster than Brett Gardner. And now we're going to win the World Series.
Okay.
All right. So now onto our regular stuff. Bruh of the week. Now, bruh is a loose term. And Ronda Rousey...
Female version of bruh?
Huh?
Is there a female version?
The female version of bruh is Ronda Rousey. Because
okay.
Ronda Rousey is probably... I would say she's one of the best fighters on the planet. Male or female. I think... Well, she had gone out and said, there's not one UFC fighter that I can't beat. Now, obviously you can't put that on TV, a man fighting a woman, because obviously all the stuff that's gone on with the NFL. I mean, it would be great if Ronda Rousey was winning, and then you have all these groups saying, yeah, there you go, gender equality, all this and that. But then what if the dude starts, laying Ronda Rousey out? Then you got a problem and all this domestic abuse stuff. But basically, she made this girl tap out in 14 seconds to retain her title yet again. So SportsCenter did this bit where to see all the things that she could do in 14 seconds, including stuffing a whole bunch of marshmallows in her mouth at the same time while saying, "I'm the greatest fighter in the world." She actually had a competition with Mike Golick. She shaved an ESPN intern's hair off in 14 seconds. And Kentucky just started the game with a lob, I should just say. So they're up 2-0 as the game just started against Notre Dame. So yeah, Ronda Rousey's just amazing.
What channel is that on, by the way?
TBS. I don't know why basketball's on TBS. That doesn't make sense to me. But
I think it's the weirdest when it's on True TV.
Yeah, sports do not belong on True TV. But yeah, anyway, Ronda Rousey, you're just amazing, and you are the bro of the week. As for the Joel Embiid segment of the week, we have a man by the name of Nick Sauce Castillo, a.k.a. Nick Stauskas. I don't know if you remember him. He went to Michigan. Now he's on the Sacramento Kings.
And
Sacramento,
he's bad this year too. He's struggled.
Sacramento is the place where NBA careers go to die. Nick Stauskas...
Except for your Boogie Cousins.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Boogie Cousins hasn't been outside of Sacramento.
Right.
But anyway, you actually introduced me to this story, so I'm gonna let you.
Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So some dude had his subtitles on for the Kings game, which why do you have the subtitles on unless you're vacuuming? And two,
unless you're vacuuming.
Yeah. Anyway, so on the thing it said instead of Nick Stauskas with the deep three, the subtitles had Sauce Castillo with the nice three. And some Kings fan took a picture of it and put it on Twitter, and the world exploded because everyone now calls Nick Stauskas Sauce Castillo. There were pictures with him with sombreros on his head, and players calling him Sauce Castillo, and just a bunch of things. It's been funny, and hopefully, I hope this nickname sticks because this would be kind of cool.
The sad part is this is the highlight of his NBA career so far, and he was a lottery pick.
This is the highlight of the Kings season so far. Not even getting...
No, that's actually not true. The highlight of the Kings season was when their owner told the coach that he wants them to cherry pick and play 4-on-5 defense.
Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty... Okay.